A year after rain and mud diverted the race away from the Umko Valley, riders were greeted by a spectacular morning on day 2 of the Cup Sani to Sea race. An earlier start meant some puzzling in the dark to prepare for the charge into the valley and its world-renowned 16-kilometre single-track descent. With NAD Pro's Bell and Beers holding a 4-minute and 9-second lead, it was up to the chasers to make something happen.
Yeah, it's obviously a lot of time to Nico and Matt, but yeah, I think second place is still up for grabs, and after that you never know what happens. So yeah, we'll play our cards right and yeah, try and close the gap to second on GC, and then yeah, after that you never know what happens.
Yeah, I've done it before when we've gone out way too hard, so it's definitely quite a long day, even if the first half is quite a bit of downhill. But yeah, so it'll be important to pace ourselves to the finish.
The A-Batch charged down the district road in a cloud of dust. Everyone fighting for position ahead of Ants, the gateway to the single track. Squinting into the low morning sun, they snaked along Wow, where the valley floor opens up hundreds of metres below. Second place DSV, Gert Haynes and Ardo de Troy won the race for the prime spot. And the two cross-country riders set a fearsome pace at the front as they headed downward to take on Murray's Meander, Sosiba's Section, School Track, Mchunu's Pride and Tamika's Detour and so much more. The rough remote trails and bridges through Steve Spruit and the Kopo River had both Page Eurosteel teams and DSV maintaining close contact with the two NAD Pro teams, each ready to pounce if any other showed frailties or mechanical failure. The women's race leaders, Dormakaba's Amy McDougall and Sam Sanders, had already added significantly to their 22-minute lead by the time they reached the Tile Africa Bridge over the mighty Umko River. Two strong riders in top condition and giving their all, while also thoroughly enjoying every moment of the ride. The mixed race was very tight. Team Garmin's Ben Swanepoel and Yolandi de Toy were just 2 minutes ahead of Van der Winkel and Rodriguez and opened up another 2 minutes on the Umko drop. But the Cycle Nation Bring It On team of Van der Winkel and Rodriguez turned up the heat on the valley floor to close down the Heidelberg Flyers. The men's race exploded on the day's toughest climb, the 4-kilometre ascent of Iconic. Nico Bell and Matt Beers went hard and were followed by Haynes and de Toy of DSV. Behind them, Page Eurosteel 1, Bierkes and Jessup, and 2, Sabona and de Toy hung on grimly. Rhythm was like rain in the Cape, tough to find for most in these loose, steep sections. But once on the forest roads of high flats, the elastic snapped. NAD Pro stayed with their closest GC rivals DSV through the stunning Fisherman's Trail. Only in the final kilometres did Bell and Beers wind up the spring and pounce to cross the line at King's Harvest Academy just outside Jolivet, ahead of DSV by seconds. No time lost, their lead intact.
Yeah, it was good. We obviously were in a good position, so when we got away with Gert and Anu, we sat their wheel. I mean, we've got nothing to lose. So.
Yeah, no, we tried to get away a few times, but Nick and them are quite strong, so in the end we just managed to drop the Paiga guys and ride with Nick and them. And yeah, yes, at the end we just didn't really know where the finish line was, so we couldn't really make the sprint, but yeah, no, we're satisfied.
McDougall and Sanders were in their element as the Dormakaba pair put the finishing touches to another top-class day's riding to win by a wide margin in the women's race, although it was not without incident.
It was amazing. It was like 99% perfect. I had a bit of a moment. You know, when you go into something with such gusto and enthusiasm and then it just fails spectacularly. I went over one of the bridges and completely washed out and went flying into the reeds. Yeah. Like 30 seconds in the air, it was wild. But yeah, soft landing and got back on, had a good laugh, and in this spectacular day, I absolutely love this day.
The mixed race was a slugfest. Cycle Nation Bring It On, Joe van der Winkel and Marcel Rodriguez counter-punched up Iconic to close within 10 seconds of Swanepoel and de Toy, but they couldn't land the big punch on the forest roads, and Team Garmin finished 40 seconds ahead of them at King's Harvest. Nico Bell and Matt Beers of NAD Pro finished in 3 hours and 26 minutes and added 2 seconds to their overall lead. In the women's race, Team Dormakaba are well ahead of Team Bell, who only have 5 minutes over the young Bestmed pair. And it's all to play for with one stage to go in the mixed, with just 2 minutes and 48 seconds between Team Garmin and Cycle Nation Bring It On.